Hello, everyone. Hello. Thank you for joining me here today. I am so excited to be doing a live unboxing, or maybe I should call it unbagging, of my SewReady kit. Now, this SewReady kit, it comes in a bag as opposed to a box, but it is just it's exciting. It's got so many great things in it. So what a SewReady kit is all the supplies that you need to make a dog coat. So depending on which pattern you choose, you get everything you need in there to make the dog coat. So you don't have to go out and shop. You don't need to run around and try to find the different supplies. One of the supplies that's super hard to find in most fabric stores is the reflective binding that I put around all my dog coats. So that's included in this kit. Depending again on which fabrics you choose, you can get waterproof fabrics that are super, super strong and stand up to the elements. So that is awesome. You get a choice between fleece for a lining or mesh for a lining, depending on how worn you want that coat to be. And you get reflective paw prints. There's so many things. So why do I keep on talking about it? Let me show you what's inside. I'm going to show you a live unbagging of the Cozy Coat. So again, you get everything you need in it, plus you get the pattern, a digital download of the pattern, and you get step-by-step instructions that come with a PDF with pictures. So let me just flip over to the other camera so I can show you what's inside. All right. So this is the Cozy Coat package. So everything you need to get your coat going is inside this little package. Let me undo it here. All righty. So inside, you've got everything inside a nice tight little bag. I'll open this one up. Okay, so we get your supply list. Everything you get inside this is all written down on the supply list here. You get Velcro. So this Velcro works for this particular coat. You get the Velcro, enough Velcro to do up the whole coat. You get it you do it up on the neck and on the waist area on the dog coat. Inside here, we've got thread. Now this is an optional thing. Sometimes you might have your own thread, so you may not need this, but you can order the thread if you'd like, and I'll get you matching thread to your lining and to your outer layer. You get reflective binding. So this is the stuff I was talking about. Now, if I get this in the right lighting, probably not quite going to catch the light here. There's probably not enough light going on. But with the reflective lining, you can put this around the entire coat, and your dog will be visible in the light, which is so important. As far as I'm concerned, every coat should have this on if you like to work with piping, because it allows you to easily have your dog seen in low light situations. These are cute little reflective paw prints. And again, a little bit easier to see on this side there. If I put it that way, you can see a little better. These prints will show up in the light again. So these are reflective. You iron these on. So you can iron these onto your outer fabric, and you do that in a low setting with parchment paper over top. And then actually not a low setting, I should say. You should put this on at a fairly medium setting, because you don't want to burn your you don't want to burn your waterproof fabric, but you do want to make sure that these are well sealed. So long as you use some parchment paper over top there, you should be safe. But you put those on, and that'll help to your dog to be seen in low light situations. And you get a nice little card from Scout. Scout will send you a little card telling you everything that's included and saying, I hope you enjoy making your coat. So that's a little message from Scout. Now, the big part here is what you're going to get inside for material. So this particular coat is the Cozy Coat, as I said, and it's got a mesh lining instead of fleece lining, but you can have a choice of fleece or mesh. And I have some different colors for the types of materials that you can choose. So this is for the lining. And if you use a mesh lining, it just makes that coat a little bit less warm. It's more of a raincoat as opposed to a winter coat. But if you have a dog that's got a lot of fur or a lot of hair, if you have a hypoallergenic dog, they have hair, you might not need to have fleece. So this is a great option to have for the inside. And last but not least, the most important element is your outer fabric. So I have tons of choices of what you can have for an outer fabric, but this is a great bright yellow, super great to see in the light. It's got PUL, which is polyurethane laminate. I think that's the correct word. That's on the inside. So that makes it waterproof on the inside, and it's also waterproof just because of the type of material on the outside. So this particular material is really stands up to the weather very, very well. And it's a lovely color. So that's everything that you get in the Cozy Coat SewReady Kit. And I am so excited because I just went shopping yesterday at my favorite local shopping fabric place called Our Social Fabric. And they have all these amazing, I'm going to come back here. They have all these incredibly amazing fabrics that are donated to them. And I am so excited because I have so many amazingly incredible fabrics for you to work with this year. I have reds, I have yellows, I have blues, all in waterproof. I've also got some really cool coating type things. So if you're looking for something that's more like a coat fabric, still water resistant, not waterproof like the yellow stuff I just showed you, but it's still an awesome option. And it adds a whole different texture to the coat. And really, if you change the fabric, you are literally changing the coat. So that's the cool thing about fabric, because it really does change up what the coat looks like and the whole feel and the style of the coat. I wanted to show you a couple of different just examples of that. Now, this is the Cozy Coat. It's got a waistband and it has a neckband. And this is a super simple coat to make. And it has a white outer fabric. And as you can see, it's got a faux fur collar, which is really fun. And it really dresses up this coat. So that's a basic Cozy Coat. But when I add the faux fur to it, it completely changes the look and it makes it really fun. Another coat that is exactly the same. Again, this is a Cozy Coat once again, but this is, let me see if I can get this all in the camera. There we go. It's Cozy Coat, but it is the Marley Davidson style. So this is done in a faux leather, a pleather, and it has, now this one has different pieces in it to just kind of change up the look of it. But essentially, this is exactly the same coat, again, as the Cozy. It's got the collar and it's got the wraparound at the neck. So it's exactly the same coat, just changing up the fabric. And I am so excited. As I said, I went to the candy store yesterday. In my world, fabric stores are the candy stores. I love fabric stores. So I went in and I bought a ton of just amazing fabrics, and I am so excited. I have got this amazing collaboration coming up. I'm going to be announcing it next week. I've been hinting on this for a little bit, but we've got this great thing going and I am super excited. I just saw John say here, love the Marley Davidson styling. Yes, John, you have one of those. And honestly, John has the most amazing dog, Finnegan. She's been traveling all around BC, which is a little harrowing right now because, oh my gosh, we have had the most incredible floods here in BC. so many roads washed out. And poor John and Finnegan and Lorraine, his wife, they were all stuck up in northern BC and they couldn't get home, which is scary. It's just been incredible, horrible weather here right now. But I'm so glad you're home safe and sound, and Finnegan's back. And John has been posting these amazing pictures of Finnegan in her Marley Davidson all over BC in some incredible places in front of these gorgeous murals and in the snow. And oh my gosh, she is one photogenic dog. Just love Finnegan. Cozy Coats, that is what we're working on right now. And I just wanted to remind you, two things are happening. I'm going to be doing a webinar, a live webinar that's going to be going for a week. And I'm going to teach you how to make, how to measure your dog, and also how to map those measurements onto a pattern. So I'm going to be using the Cozy Coat pattern, as I've been talking about today. It's a super simple pattern. That's what I love about it. It's a great place if you're just beginning to make coats for your dog. It's a super place to start because the pattern is quite easy to map those dog measurements onto. And the best thing about it is that it's really simple to customize. So if you've got a dog that's got a really wide chest or a really big chest circumference around their belly, you can make that bigger. Or if you've got one that's really skinny and maybe really long, like John's dog Finnegan, she's got this beautiful, sleek, long figure. And she is, she's got a very long back. Now, you can totally customize this pattern. So that's why I'm going with the Cozy pattern. So once again, starting on December 6th, I will be making showing you how to measure your dog and also how to map those measurements onto the Cozy pattern. You can get the Cozy pattern to work with, so you can actually print that pattern out and cut it up and customize it to your dog's exact measurements. And I have this, my exclusive color zone that I use to map out those measurements. So each of the measurements that I will show you on how to measure on your dog, you can map to the pattern and then customize. There's some spots in that pattern that you can cut the pattern open and add space if you need some more, or remove space if you need to make it a little bit smaller. So it's a great pattern to work with. And as I said, I'll be on this webinar for a full week to teach you. So I'm really hoping that you can join me and learn how to do this for your own dog. You can get the Cozy Coat SewReady Maker Kit, which is what I showed you today. And I'm going to be going next week. I don't think I can even wait till Friday because I am just so excited to show you what I bought yesterday. But next week, I am going to be going over all the different fabric options that you can have in a SewReady kit that gives you everything you need to make that Cozy Coat. And it is just a fantastic place to go and to start at. And as I mentioned, if you're looking for something that's a little bit more challenging, you can add in other fabrics like I did on the Marley Davidson. So you get a bit of that striped on the background. You can do some of the coating fabrics. So that's a bit more of like a person's coat. Has a tweed look or a soft shell look. So there's all different options. And when you change up that fabric, you really change up the coat. So that's the really exciting thing about this pattern. So I'm so happy that you could join me here and check out this unboxing of the SewReady Kit, so you can see everything that you get in that kit. Now, if you want to sign up for the webinar or get your own SewReady Kit, please, I haven't added it yet, but I will add a link down below this. Once I finish the live broadcast, I will add a link where you can sign up for the webinar and also order your own SewReady Kit if that's what you'd like to do. So check out the link down below. Once I've got off this live broadcast, you shall see it down below. And if you have any questions at all about how the webinar is going to work or what's inside the SewReady Kit, or any other questions about how to make dog clothes, I am always here to answer them for you. And I'm so happy to to connect with you and talk about that. I love dog clothes. I absolutely love making them. And I want to share this whole joy of making dog clothes with you. And I was saying the other day when I did my other Facebook Live, adding creativity into your life is a life changer. It changed my life. And I think adding creativity into your life is also just such a great thing to do. And John's just mentioned Christmas is coming. Thank you, John. You're reading my mind. That was actually something I was going to talk about today, and I forgot. But Christmas is such a great idea for this is a great Christmas present idea. Or if you're a sewer and you want it given to you for a Christmas present, maybe make a hint to somebody else that can buy it for you. Or hey, just treat yourself and buy it for yourself. It's a great Christmas present, and the nice thing about it is that you get enough material to, I give you more than enough material. You pick your size based on what you think that dog's going to be, but you're going to get enough material. So if it is a present for somebody and you're not exactly sure what size they need, you can pick which size dog what size you probably need from the dog chart, which gives you ranges and the typical dogs. So you can pick which dog size coat. Let's try that again. You can pick which coat size you think you're going to need, which pattern size you think you're going to need. And I'll give you more than enough material there so that if you need to stretch it in a few places and add a little bit more space, there's enough material in there for you. So excellent idea. Christmas presents. Christmas is coming. Holidays are coming. Whatever it is that you celebrate, this is a great option and it's a great idea. And the best thing about it is that all the fabrics are coming from our social fabric, which is keeping fabrics out of the landfill. Now, I don't think I went into the details on this. I know I've talked about it before, but just to remind you, if you haven't heard this before, our social fabric takes donations from industries around the Lower Mainland, and they get these donations of fabrics and then they sell them to the public at a discounted price. And the wonderful thing is that all of these fabrics used to just be tossed into the landfill before. And now our social fabric is taking these, they package them all up. They determine what the actual product is, like what the material is, what this fabric is made out of, so that you know what you're working with, and then they package it all up. So it's a wonderful service and it's one of my favorite places. And as I said, going there yesterday was like going to the candy store. I love shopping for fabric. My mind is just going crazy with creative ideas. So I will be unveiling those fabrics next week and I can hardly wait to show you them all. So I may not even be able to wait till Friday. We'll see. But I will let you know when I'm going to be going live again and unboxing all of those fabrics and showing you what we've got for the upcoming kits. So I hope you can join me then. And thank you so much for checking in on this today. So happy to be connecting with you. And once again, check the links out down below once this live broadcast is over. And if you have any questions at all, please let me know. Okay, bye-bye.